It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleash and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman Podcast. Stay tuned. It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleash and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman Podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the stressful day for learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arc that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Hey, just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out. Let's go and educate on the backside. Folk that I act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my fella. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
What is going on, everybody, man? Happy Tuesday.
Absolutely.
We apologize for running late, man. We had a couple crazy, man, just getting this thing started. But, man, we glad we're here now. If you are watching the live, if y'all could do us a favor, please share, because the fastest way to help us grow is that you guys share the live. I am your host, Damo Unleash. And I'm here with a good friend of mine that is like a brother. So I'm going to roll out the red carpet and the floor is yours.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Everybody, happy Tuesday. Today is the best day of the week because it is the Nashville Caveman Podcast, right? But tonight we're going to try to get the new music. Some people have sent me new music that I haven't been able to kind of format to get in. So hopefully tonight, tune into the D Bling Radio Show. We got new music from Show Daddy, Launchpad, J Rev, and a few more folks for this season of the D Bling Radio Show, which is www.offtoprecords.com, offtopradio.com. And then after we play the new music on the radio show, we're going to stream it on offtoprecords.net, so you'll be able to go listen to it, download it, rate it, do anything that you want to do. This Saturday I'll be down in Huntington, Tennessee, wrestling for ICW. I don't know who I'm wrestling. If you on my page, you see I'm wrestling a mystery opponent. Whoever this is does not want me to know who they are until the day of the show. So at West Tennessee, Huntington, everybody down there, come out. Inhumane Championship Wrestling. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Down in Huntington, Tennessee. Tonight, the D Bling Radio Show. www.offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. All artists, when you're done, please submit your videos to Mr. Damo here so we can get them played and get ready to do some interviews, because we would love to have new people in the pool of artists of the year for 2025.
Yes. So if you are artists out there, we have a contest. We just finished our first annual contest for the Soul Driven Artist of the Year. Now, this past year, we had the Soul Driven Male Artist of the Year, Soul Driven Female Artist of the Year. this year, and I think going forward, I think I'm just going to keep it at. It's not even going to be a gender thing. If you're a great artist, you're a great artist. So it's only going to be one award up for grabs, Soul Driven Artist of the Year, and that's going to be going forward. So if you're an artist, man, just go ahead and reach out to me. My email is souldrivenllc@gmail.com. So reach out to me. It's SODRIVENLLC@gmail.com. I just want to let y'all know, man, I'm not chasing artists. If you want to do the interview, man, it costs nothing to do the interview. It is free promotion, but I am not chasing artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing that. So, but if you're interested, reach out to me, and the door is wide open.
Absolutely.
I'll let you promote as many times as you want to.
Absolutely. So we have a good show today, huh?
Man, we got a good show.
I'm glad that we live. Before you go into the list and before we get started, it's a question I want to ask you and ask the people that are live.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as your spouse, this is coming from somebody who wanted me to ask this question. OBGYN, are you more comfortable with that being a lesbian woman or a straight man? Like when your wife has to go to get that checkup, are you more comfortable with it being a lesbian woman down there or a straight man? Which do you prefer?
It ain't really about what I prefer. It's about what she prefers and what makes her comfortable. Because, man, I don't know anything about anything. As long as they don't violate her, that's really a question for her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want, like, if somebody was to say, man, you got to go to a physical, you got a gay man touching your balls, or you got, this, that ain't up for really my old lady. I can answer that for you right away. I'd rather have a straight woman grabbing these balls than a gay man.
But growing up playing sports, how often did you have a woman and how often did you have a male?
I had women. I actually in Little League. In Little League, and we was all little kids tickled by it and everything.
Gotcha.
We had a woman, man, doing all the physicals. And man, project kids, you know how we was, man.
Hey, growing up, I played football in middle school and high school. When we had to go get our physicals, they were men. When we had to go get our physicals, they were men. So
the first year it was a woman, but after that it was men. But Sky, people so weird now. Do it really make a difference?
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Because we in the twilight zone.
Absolutely.
People weird now.
Well, the reason I thought about it is because I'm thinking, well, look, my wife, right? I'm not the first person to ever see her vagina, right? It was the doctor that brought her into this world, right? I'm not the only person to see her vagina. That's her OBGYN, right? And the last person gonna see her vagina is the mortician when they making her up and putting that embalming fluid in her. So there cannot be any type of insecurity with me as far as thinking that I'm the only man in this world that has ever or will ever see her vagina.
Because you think about it. You got to think about everybody that changed her diaper.
You're right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
There are some men that are like that. They tell their wives, "Don't you have no man down there?" Or I'm not comfortable with such and such. I'm like, what is she supposed to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm not intimidated. See, that's that insecurity stuff. And I don't agree with Cass that's that insecure. That insecure, were you worried about who touching your wife's, I mean, it's one thing if he tickling her clitoris, you know what I'm saying? And she busts one there, that's one thing. But, look, I'm more concerned if she helped. You know what I'm saying? Because what difference do it make if she come to find out, she say, well, forget it then, I'm just not going to go at all. And then come to find out she end up getting cancer. Then what difference do it make then? Now she out of here.
Absolutely. So these are things that you have to, I believe, like during the dating stage or the courting stage, you have to get to know your spouse, because if you're talking to a man that you think is controlling and have issues, trust issues, that could come up in a conversation.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like she doing it with malintent.
Right.
She got to get looked
Absolutely.
at. It's just like, man, when she got to get a mammogram, man, and she got to get them breasts touched. It could be a female doctor. What difference? What difference do it make if it's a straight male or a lesbian female?
Absolutely.
Because she could be with the female and then be interested by the female. All of a sudden, you divorced and she rubbing carpets.
Well, for me personally, if she came home and was like, look, I'm not coming back no more because this woman made me feel a certain way, I'd be like, okay, it might hurt my feelings if she left me for the man. But if you left me for the woman, I'd be like, okay, you know, whatever.
It hurt my feelings either way.
It hurt your feelings either way.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, it hurt my feelings more with the female than it would be with the man. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I know the majority of these dudes ain't worth shit anyway. You know, there's a honeymoon stage, but then when the honeymoon stage ends, then what? Yeah, it got to come to an end. Now he got to deal with the real you. Well, let's see if he stick around for that. Let's see if you was to be, you know, crippled one day, if he gonna wipe your ass.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't think about that, do they?
No, because I can't compete with a woman. Look, man, if she like rubbing carpets, you know, and starting fires, forest fires and stuff, hey, man, I can't compete with that. But another dude, you know, and that's why I be hurt by it, because I'm like, damn, I was fighting a battle I couldn't really compete in.
Yeah.
But if I lost her to another dude, I ain't worried about that. Because I've seen men take women from other men, and then that woman get in a car crash. I know a story in particular where that happened. The woman got in a car crash, and then when it really came to the man, that man having to take care of her, he was like, no, I ain't doing that. And he left.
Yeah. Sometimes the grass ain't always greener on the other side.
If you're going to let lust finesse you out of a good situation, then joke on me.
Never do that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe in my 20s I might have been that stupid, but now I ain't. No, never do that. I'm sorry. Because the more comfortable you are, the more blessings you get. The devil's coming. He's gonna try to find a way to get you out of that comfort zone to mess your life up. And sometimes it's tempting for some people. Sometimes they slip and fall. But no, you're right about that.
You know, it is what it like. Stuff like that, man. It's funny that you even asked that, Sky, because I just never fret over, like me, period. I ain't gonna play detective. Right. People waste their time doing that stuff. If you got to do all that, then maybe you just need to be single. I'm not playing detective. I'm not going behind looking and wondering what's going on in your phone. You know, wondering who commenting under your pictures. Wondering any of that. Because, man, if you're not mine, then you're not mine.
I had to learn that the hard way. Sure did.
That's what it is. You can't fight. You don't have to fight for something that's yours.
Absolutely. If it's yours, it ain't going nowhere.
But I get it. But I get why people do, because, man, you're really playing with people's life out here. You don't know what people got. You know what I'm saying? I was having this conversation on a panel on one of my friends on Vigo, man. Me and this dude was having a conversation about that. About how it's dangerous. Because, you know, you may be with somebody and just only be with that person. But that person, if they were 2 or 3 other people, they put you at risk.
Absolutely.
I think it's even good that a woman even go to get checked out. Because I don't think a lot of women get checked out.
They don't. They're absolutely not. And even if there's whispers of her being promiscuous, don't even touch it nowadays, man. It's crazy how folks out here just having unprotected sex with just any and everybody. Yeah.
Ain't even worth it. It ain't worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? The consequences, you know, man, it can be life-changing.
Absolutely.
It can be life-changing.
Absolutely. But yeah, I thought that was just a question that somebody wanted me to ask you. at the beginning of the show.
Man, that's a good question, man.
Before we started our show or whatever. which would a
Yeah,
husband
that's a good
prefer?
question.
And I was just like, well, I'm mature enough. It didn't
It don't
matter.
matter to me.
But if she was to leave me for a woman, I'm like, okay, I get it. Because like you said, I can't compete. You leave me for a man.
You can't compete with that. That's the hurtful
Yeah,
part
if
about
you
it.
leave me for a man, I would be upset because, like, what is he doing that I didn't do? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how.
You know why I wouldn't? Because sometimes it's people's preference. Like, people got a preference, and your preference may not always be what's good for you. But see, man, adults that's trapped in a teenage mind don't get that. They don't get it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of preferences that I had was bad for me. People wasn't, the females wasn't shit. I'm just gonna tell they wasn't shit. You know what I mean? And so, if you're gonna go based off of your preference rather than who's good for you, then you're the fool. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, you're right. I played the fool for a long time, man. My 20s and 30s got me ready for these 40s.
Man, I've been the fool before too. So don't feel bad. I've been the fool too.
Like, man, that's crazy, man. Absolutely.
Speaking of fools, man, before we get into this conversation, right? Well, we got some good topics today. But before we get into these topics, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, this was on my heart, my mind, and I just had to get this out because the pure frustration that I had yesterday, I said, oh, I'm gonna talk about this on the show. Now, I could talk about other communities because I think this, man, and every community, man, people could relate to other people like this in their own community, right? But I'm gonna focus on my own community. Some of y'all suck to be around. Sometimes when I see y'all or I'm in the vicinity of y'all, I'm like, man, it sucks to be around this person. Case in point, I dropped the old lady off at her, you know, man, she's still going through physical therapy for her knee. So I'm an hour and a half early before it's time for me to go to work, 10 minutes away. So I'm like, well, cool. I'm starving. I'm about to stop at BK because, man, really I'm at the point where I'm just tired of fast food. I think they're really poisoning us. I get, but I don't think we could trust any of our food nowadays. So, went in here and I was like, I'll probably be in here in 10, 15 minutes and then be on my way and sit in my car, enjoy my meal, relax, maybe even take a little small nap. Right? Yeah. That wasn't the case. So I'm in there and I get behind one person in the line. And it just so happened to be this big back, silverback chick standing in front of me, right? And I hate this kind of people. I hate this kind of customer. If you want say like you want a number two, right? Number two come with a burger, fries, drink. But you don't want the fries, you want to substitute it for the onion ring. Well, instead of this chick saying, well, I want the number two, but can you substitute the fries for onion rings and make it an easy order? I want it in a large size with a fancy orange drink, and that's it, right? Yeah. What this chick had to do, well, I just want the double whopper, no lettuce, no tomatoes, or no lettuce, no pickle, no onion, and could you give me onion rings instead of fries, and I want that in the medium, right? And then that with both orders. Can totally confuse the cashier. So the cashier, who probably had been dealing with dumbasses all day, took the order, cashed it out, and then the woman looked at the receipt and was like, no, baby, I wanted onion rings in place of the fries. Now, I heard the woman say onion rings, but the way that she ordered it, it threw the cashier off. And I could see how it threw the cashier off. So she had to call somebody from the back. The woman come from the back, real cool. Even though, man, she looked ratchet. You know, them bat eyelashes that I can't stand. I can't stand them. But she was cool. You know what I'm saying? the woman handled it good, got the transaction right. And then they, fixed the order. So they back there and got the order. Now, mind you, 15 minutes didn't pass. So now they like a minute and a half on the onion rings. So it's an onion ring sitting in the bin. This big back, silverback heifer was like, when she seen the woman putting the fries in the damn cup in the little carton, she was like, "Come here, baby." And the cashier was like, "What?" She was like, "Let me try one of those." Because she was like, "Are them fresh?" And then she got one, squares it, and was like, "No, I want fresh onion rings." A whole half hour then passed on this big back, silverback in front of me. And I'm just like, man. And then she messing with the dude that's fixing the sandwiches. Because I guess the meat fell apart. And she was like, "I seen how you put them both together and stuff." And, and I'm like, "Bitch, could you go home and make your own?"
I was just about to say that, Damo. I was just about to say that.
I'm like, why?
It's the reason why it's called fast food, not preparation food. Now, hold on. BK did say have it your way, but they don't mean take it to the extreme, right? Don't take it to the extreme, have it your way. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
Like,
something you thought was only going to take 5 or 10 minutes, it took 30 minutes.
30 minutes. And I'm sitting there and she was like, and then she gonna look and say, "Sorry, y'all." And I'm fuming on the inside. I'm calm on the outside. On the inside, I'm fuming. And I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, I can see why a lot of folks don't want to be around our people. Because this shit is aggravating. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
This is aggravating. And I understand why people do things to other people's food and why they get upset and they take it to the extreme. Because I couldn't imagine having to deal with people all day that's like that. And then I'm underpaid, overworked.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if you out there, man, and you that kind of person, eat at home. Stay your monkey ass home. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, y'all just make it to where I didn't even want to be in the vicinity of this chick. I didn't want to be in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, these the kind of people I want to avoid at all costs.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I never, like you said, it happens in for other cultures too. But I was just saying, I used to work at White Castle and I used to work at Crystals, right? Hello, Miss Material Girl. And it never failed. Black women would pull up to the drive-thru. They would eat half the fries and like, "Excuse me, these were not fresh. Can I get some more?" I'm like, "What the shit?" So I would give it some more, and then they would drive through.
Like, really?
And they would do it every time. Yeah. Every time, man.
Or go to a restaurant, eat half the food, and then complain about the food. Where are we doing that at?
I don't know. I have no clue.
I'm like, this is why I don't even like, and I was like, and I felt bad. But I'm going to be honest. I'm always going to keep it 100. I was like, God dang it. Sometimes I do not like being around my own people. I see them coming, and I catch a vibe, and I'm just like, let me get the F away before I crash out. And you know, I'm cool. I know I'm animated right now, but I'm so laid back. For the people that know me in real life, I'm really laid back.
I get you because when I go into a place, like I went into a Crystal maybe 3-4 months ago, and it was like that, nothing but black people. The line was long. As soon as you walk up, nobody acknowledges you. They was just standing around. They wasn't trying to cook the food. I said, you know what? I'll just walk out. I guess that's God's way of telling me I didn't need it. So I just walked out and went home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had to do that a couple weeks ago. Man, I went in, and you know they got the kiosks. So the kiosk, you can't pay cash. Hey, thank you. You can't pay cash with the kiosk, right? So I got cash on me. So the woman was like, the kiosk right there. And I just walked out the store. I'm like, you big back, you know what I'm saying? Wide neck, thick ankle having biatch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't ask you to go ahead and sign up for this job. You the one who filled out that app.
Absolutely. Nobody put a gun to your head. You sat down and filled out those 15 pages that said application, got hired, went through the orientation, and then you upset at whoever's coming. Now, don't get me wrong, because I've been on that side. I've been a cashier for McDonald's too, right? And some of them, oh my Lord, will come through
I get it. Like, I get it, because like the customer I was talking about.
I want a breakfast burrito with no tomatoes. So man, if you know about breakfast burritos, they're already pre-fixed. They already got the stuff in it. All we do is just stick them in the microwave and warm them up, and you eat it. You had to go and unwrap it and pick those tomatoes out for this lady, wrap it back up. And I wasn't a cook, so I was just a cashier. I just had to yell back in and tell them. And this is in 1995, back when they used to have the little burgers come down the chutes, you know what I'm talking about? Instead of the little chutes to stay warm. So, it was in 95. And we hated when she came. We're like, if you go home and make it yourself. This is fast food. This is just something to get you by until you can get home. At least that's what I thought the definition of fast food was.
Like, they'll come in, people are stupid. They'll go in and do some dumb stuff. Let me give you an example. They'll go in and have a veggie burrito and tell the cashier, could you take over all the vegetables?
I want a cheeseburger with no cheese. This ain't hamburger.
It's a damn hamburger. Man, I swear, man, I want to just take a teddy, I want to take a stuffed teddy bear and just choke it. You know what I'm saying? To let my violence out. Because you want a cheeseburger with no cheese. Could you give me a hamburger with no bun?
Oh my God. And it's some people out there.
Could you give me some fries? Could you give me some fries, but take the French out of it?
Oh, what pissed me off, they talk, well, can we have French fries with no salt? Like, go home and cook it yourself. You know, every time the fries come out of this grease, we salt them. So where the shit? There's gonna be salt either in the grease, in the basket, in the bin. There's gonna be salt some damn where. You know what I'm saying? I don't want salt on my fries.
I'm telling you,
and put it in the fry, baby, and there you go.
Woo. I'm telling you, I used to be, I mean this wholeheartedly. I used to be a people person. Now, if it was a person and a bird hanging off the cliff, I would save the bird. Even though the bird could fly, I would save the damn bird. I'm telling you, man, every time I deal with humans, I be like, man, why is these people get stupider and stupider, man?
Most of the jobs I've ever had, Damo, were good. It's just dealing with the people. People is what makes the job hard. People. Man, dude. The job itself usually ain't difficult. You can do it with your eyes closed. It's the people. You have to have people skills to make it in this world. Because common sense ain't common. So you got to have people skills to make it.
I'm telling you, y'all. Man, let me go ahead and get to the all right. Let me get to the criteria right quick. All right. Can you still see me, Sky?
It looks a little kind of blurred, but I can still see.
Yeah, it's blurred now because I went to my Facebook page. Actually, let me come back. I got 3 laptops set up. So y'all can see me. Let me go from here and read it from here. I should have, man. Let me read it from here so y'all know what we talking about today. We got some, this stuff is, man, we've been gone for 2 weeks, y'all. So it's about to get crazy today. I'm just going to let y'all know already. I'm just going to tell y'all. So Roomba, you know, have you heard of the Roomba vacuum? Yes. So what I did know about Roomba is that it got video, it got a camera inside of it. Well, it's been taking video of people and them not knowing about it. And it got a still shot of a female sitting on the toilet. You know what I'm saying? And she just sitting up there, man, you know, cakes them backed up on her. And she just sitting there, little white girl. You tell us a white girl, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn. So we're going to talk about that today. A woman says it's her boyfriend's job to pay her bills. So I know, man, she had passed crazy. But we're gonna talk about it anyway. A woman calls her husband a simp for taking care of her children or taking on her children. So we're gonna discuss that. Is it the baby father's duty to pay any bills for his baby mother if she's married? So that's something we're gonna talk about. And also, should transitioning a toddler be considered child abuse?
Transitioning? What do you mean by transitioning?
Changing the sex change.
We literally having this conversation about toddlers having sex changes. This is literally a topic.
We literally a baby. I BS you not, a 1-2-year-old.
It's crazy. Okay, gotcha.
And last but not least, is the mother in the right or wrong for asking for her child's birthday money to pay for an electric bill?
She has to be black. She has to be black.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Let me tell you,
Of
as
course.
a child,
And white ones do it too. I know some white women probably do it too.
as a child,
But of course.
as a child, I probably had my name on the alarm bill, the cable bill, the electric bill, the phone bill. If my mom could use my social security number back then, it probably was used. Yeah, absolutely.
Probably a car note
Yeah.
or two. You know what I'm saying? You probably got a house in your name you don't know about. All kinds of
And then
stuff.
I do it.
But
I had a
that's what we
friend.
talk about today,
I had a
buddy.
friend, bless his heart, who would go, even back in the day where a cable salesman would literally go knock on your door to sell you cable, and you would fill out the form and all that stuff, and then the next week, the actual guy would come and install it. Well, that's a friend I had. He was a salesman, and he would go around and tell folks, hey, if your credit is bad, I see you got 2-3 kids in here, just put it in their name, Social Security, all this stuff. They would, and the mammies and the grandpappys would do it. And then next week, here comes the cable people in a 3-year-old, 4-year-old child's name. They don't do that shit no more. But I'm just saying, this is back in the 80s, early 90s. So, yeah.
They still doing that shit today. You know what I'm saying? They still doing that shit.
That's
today.
crazy.
She got Christmas in layaway in the kid's name. Well, it's y'all gifts. So I put it in your name.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Well, man, so without further ado, man, let me go ahead and stroll down. Because like I said, man, we're going to talk about this. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this dude, his mom called his stepdaddy a simp for taking care of, taking on him and his other siblings.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And also, his mom also told him to never marry or and be with a woman that got kids. So, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and play this. And Sky, we're going to discuss it.
All right.
Took my mom with 3 kids.
So what do you call it?
Is he a simp? I wouldn't call him a simp, but my mom called him a simp. My mom definitely called him a simp. But honestly, God,
Y'all hear that?
yeah, my mom did call him a
all that
simp.
for that woman.
Okay.
Look at his 3 kids.
Yeah.
And she called him a
My
simp.
mom told me straight up, she told me, yo, don't ever date a woman with kids.
My mom told me the same thing.
Don't ever. My stepfather took.
So, his stepfather married his mama and took on her 3 kids. She tells him, you know what I'm saying? Well, he was like, well, I never looked at him like a simp. But he was like, my mom called him a simp. And then his mama gives him the advice that, hey, don't marry or don't invest in a woman with kids.
Right. That could go a lot of ways. It depends on how you look at it, right? Because if a man and a woman that's on the simp side of the fence, right? They look at it as never take care of something if you're not getting anything in return, right? So I have a lot of female friends with children that I help out all the time. I never say names. Because I'm not trying to be like, hey, if it's help, it's help. I don't worry about it. I'm not dating them. I'm not sleeping with them. I'm not doing nothing. I just help, right? So in some people's eyes,
right,
I'm a simp because you're helping this girl who's had kids by somebody else, and that man is not stepping up. Now, as the guy talking, he probably looks at his stepdad as a hero because he stepped in and did what the biological dad was too cowardly to do. So can I blame either side? Can I say, well, the simp people are wrong or the nonsense? I guess this is how you look at the world. And me, I never look at a man as a simp, whether he's a stepfather, a big brother, a cousin, anybody that is a man, 18 years or older, who comes and helps any child that is under 18 better themselves. Show them the way of the world. How to brush their teeth, how to wipe their butt, how to treat a woman or a man, however, is a hero in my eyes. I don't look at that man as a simp. Thank you. Because those children, like you said, one-parent households, Damo, kids ended up being criminals, violent, jail, death. He made sure that those children didn't have to grow up in a one-parent household and had a man that they could look up to know how to treat people when you go into this world. So where is, in my opinion, where is the simp part? Because he did sleep with the mama now. He did. So he did get something out of it. It ain't like he took care of these kids and he didn't get nothing out of it. But even if he wasn't sleeping with the mama, me as a man, if I see a woman and she's in the store with her kids and she's short $5 on food, I'm going to say, here you go, here's $5, because the kids are innocent. Who's going to sit there and let the kids suffer because the mammy and the pappy can't afford it? So I always ask people, where is the simp part? Because I'm not asking her for anything in return for helping her when she's short-handed. So that's why I don't get it. Why would the mom call this man a simp when he came in and he didn't have to do it? Because she could have raised those kids on her own. But he came in to make sure you had a roof, your bills were paid, food in their stomach. And what did he ask for in return? For you to call him a simp? I don't know.
Well, and that's the bizarre part, right? So let me break this down as simple as I can. I think it is diabolical to have a man take on you and your kids, knowing that a lot of men don't want to take on that job. A lot of men will not give women the time of day if they don't have kids and the woman has kids. Because being a stepfather is a thankless job. And what I mean by that is you can go pay for that kid's college tuition, make sure that they got a roof over their head, food in their stomach, clothes on their back, and then here it comes, they getting ready to have a big life event. For example, they about to get married. And then instead of saying, hey, you took care of me, I would love for you to walk me down the aisle. No, I want my real daddy to walk me down the aisle.
Some do that. Some do that, right?
So it's looked at as a thankless job. But the part that I'm finding diabolical is, okay, you don't mind a man taking on you and your kids, but then you turn around and tell your son, don't date nobody that's like me. I mean, man, what does it say about being a single mom? If a single mom don't even think a single mom is worth shit, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Because for you to say, yeah, don't get with nobody like me. Don't get with no single mama. Yeah, you was raised by a single mama, but you don't get with no single mama.
But where do you put that?
Think about how diabolical that is.
Absolutely. So let's just take a single mama where she has 2 kids, 3 kids. The way she's talking, where do we put that? I could see if they like, well, don't date a woman like me who's on drugs. Don't date a woman like me who smoked all their lives. Don't date a woman like me who's drank or prostituted. Are we putting single moms in that category? Is that what we're doing? Like, is that just a huge big negative thing?
Basically, what she's saying is, I finessed this dude. You know what I'm saying? Because the greatest gift that females can give a man is they woman.
Right, that's true.
Access to their womb. Right. And so here it is. She gave the access to her womb to another man that's not even around, right? And another man that slid in there and took that place. So the greatest gift that she could give him, she done already gave to somebody else. Right. So it's almost like she take it as she finessing somebody. She got somebody to take care of her and her kids.
And you know what? I guess you
So it's her outlook.
It's her outlook. I guess you can look at it like that, but I guess in this narrative, I'm not even thinking about her because
I'm saying
that's what I'm
she's
saying.
looking at.
I'm mostly
like
thinking
that.
about because how many kids did she have? That was just a son. How many was it in total?
And he said 3.
I'm just thinking about those kids when they were young. They were innocent. They didn't ask to be here. Yes, there are some piece of shit baby mamas with single kids and horrible single mothers. Yes, they are, but not all of them. And so that's what I'm saying. Depending on how your outlook of the world is, where do you place a woman with 3 kids that's a single mama? Do you place her in that dating that as junkies and drug addicts, or do you just say, okay, she went through life, she made a couple of mistakes, I can come in and we can do this together? So I guess it just depends on your outlook.
And not even just her outlook and your outlook, but then the kids' outlook. Because a lot of kids aren't going to respect anybody to come in replacing their parent. Like they're gonna, if they look at it like, no, you're here to replace my daddy, or you here to replace my mama, when the dude is working hard and his resources is going toward taking care of it, and don't respect them, it's a thing.
And that's when I walk away, because out of my 3, the oldest one, he's not biologically mine, but he was only 30 days old. So I'm always daddy. He never knew his daddy. But then when he got old enough to know who his biological daddy was, I never got that treatment. He called him by his government name because he was never in his life. I'm daddy. So if you get to with these women, with these little itty bitty babies, that's fine. But now if you come into this woman's life and the child is 10, 12, 13, then that might be a whole different story. They might be really close to their dad. And then that's when you get to that, you ain't my daddy. I don't care. I ain't got to. So I can see both sides, Damo. I'm not saying one side is right and one side is wrong. It's just
I understand.
God be with you.
I think you made some great points. Let me go ahead and move to this next one. This stuff is crazy. I'm trying to move along quick because we lost a lot of time, y'all. So if y'all watching, again, if y'all could do us a huge favor, by just simply sharing this live, man, it will go a long way. All right. So this girlfriend or this chick, she was like, boyfriends are only worth it if he's paying all the bills. So let's hear what this chick is talking about. Now, and all this stuff is on my Facebook page. Let me let y'all know. This chick is caked up in makeup. This makeup, the amount of makeup she got, I thought the Ringling Brothers was coming. You know what I'm saying? I was ready for, the elephants, the lions, the showman man that had the little hula hoops and, them, be on the balance beam and all that. I expecting that. That's how much makeup this chick got on her face.
Absolutely.
But let me go back. I had it and hit something and now I got to go all the way back. But y'all got to hear this chick. And I'm just like, man, ladies, y'all need to, when y'all hear chicks like this, y'all need to be on their ass. Because, man, it just gives chicks all the way around a bad look. It do. Here we go. Hold on. And she neck rolling and everything with it.
What is his purpose? He's just a boyfriend. Meaning if he leaves you in a boyfriend, the only time having a boyfriend is worth it is when he is able to fully support you and pay all your bills. I said it. It's not your husband. If you're going to be a girlfriend to someone, he needs to be paying all your bills. Otherwise, why is he there? What is his purpose? He's just a boyfriend. Meaning if he leaves you in, a boyfriend is not a legal title. If he leaves you and promises you marriage, leaves you with nothing, you get nothing. But if he's paying all your bills, you're able to save money, you're able to invest into businesses that you want to do. If he leaves you, you're leaving with something else at the end of. But to date a guy and be someone's girlfriend for free, being someone's girlfriend is not worth it.
Winner by split decision.
So,
good job.
You heard what she said. Hold on.
If he leaves you and promises you marriage, leaves you with nothing, you get nothing. The only time having a boyfriend is worth it.
Okay, there we go.
logistically, she's correct. I ain't got nothing against it. Because remember, we've talked about marriage, right? I've told married men to always have a plan B just in case your wife walks out that door. So what she's basically saying is have a plan B. If I'm your girlfriend for 3 years, I'm going to make sure you pay all or most of the bills. I'm going to save my money because in 3 years, when my titties start sagging and I ain't having sex with you no more, and that 23-year-old girl catch your attention and you leave, you're not going to leave me effed up here. So, no, I don't have nothing against what she just said.
I'm going to tell y'all, well, with that said, ladies, I'm going to tell y'all this. A lot of y'all expect to be single and expect not to be hit on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all going to die single. Because, man, you got to ask yourself, well, what is it that the man is getting out of me? And if your box is all you think, if you put the value in that, then you got a thing coming. I'm just going to put it like that. Some of y'all don't get hit on like y'all used to. Y'all don't get approached like y'all used to. You know what I'm saying? And the dude, let me tell you how we are now. We sit back and we observe. And once we sense that energy, we don't mess with y'all on that level. This is why these videos is coming out. Because these dudes are like, I'm not getting nothing out of this. It's not worth it. I was having a conversation on Bigo with a female last week that was upset because I told her, I was like, I understand why a lot of men are growing to the point where they don't care anymore. They literally don't care. So I'm supposed to work hard, break my back, just for a title, right? Just for a title. And in return, you working too, but you saving your money. So you're not looking out for me in any way.
Right.
Well, what happens? Are you going to leave me for a man that got more?
Probably.
If my money is all that matters to you, what happens when a man who got more money than me comes along? So you going to leave me for him? So
that's
then it circles back. Now I was going to say, so it circles back to what is it in it for a man?
Absolutely.
To even want to be in a relationship anymore.
So
a lot of dudes don't even want to be in relationships.
I agree with what you're saying 100%. I was just saying on her side, I couldn't refute it because she has a plan B and she has a plan. The same thing with what you just said. Same thing with the man. If I'm paying all the bills, you best believe I'm stacking some money on the side just in case you decide to see this dude with more money and you leave. So I'm not against neither side having a plan B if the other one leaves, because why would you put yourself in any situation to where if somebody leaves, you homeless, you can't eat, you can't dress yourself? So yeah, so just what I said about her having a plan B,
well, you know what though,
about a man.
But you know what, Sky? I think, and I know this gets up under women's skin, but I think men, when they really like love a woman, they do so without any idea of it ending. Men don't ever think if this ends because there's no laws that favor us anyway. Right? So their intentions are the most is that we're going to invest into this woman and sleep around. Oh, he this and that. That's different. Nature, man, we've been wired to be with one. It's a choice that a dude can make the choice, right? Like, man, I choose not to be like that. But it's in our nature. It's a reason why, man, when a woman get pregnant, she only get pregnant for 9 months. That's it. She ain't no more pregnancy for 9 months. But us, we can get them pregnant and then get somebody else pregnant, and we can just keep getting people pregnant.
Right.
So by nature, we're wired to be with multiple females, but that don't mean that it's a good thing. It don't mean that that's what all dudes want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But our intentions is when we get with women to be with that woman and to build with that woman. We don't have no escape plans. Like, I think a lot of women want men to do 100% to take care of things financially, 100%, because a lot of them, their intentions is to have a backup plan.
Right.
We did a story, Sky, do you remember when we did the story where the man worked, but the woman was at home, but she was taking money and saving it. And then when hard times hit, she wouldn't even share that money. She left. She left the dude money that he worked for, and he, his money. She saved his money and created a backup plan. What dudes you think? How many dudes do we know operate like that?
Not many.
I'm talking about real dudes. I'm talking about masculine dudes.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about beta men.
But you know what? Even with that being said, so on the woman's side, if you gonna save your money and I'm gonna spend mine, you better play the role of a woman. I ain't even talking about sex. I better not hear no back talk. I better not hear you the head of a house. You better not even file head of a household your goddamn income tax. I am the man. I pay all the bills. We do what I say. When I say, you want a coffee table? I say no. That's it. There is no will. No, I'm the man of the house. So there is some.
But that's where, this gender war is taking place, because the women that equal rights is only becomes an argument when it's beneficial for one side.
Absolutely. So yeah, and then and that's how I would see it. I'm gonna pay all the bills. I'm gonna be the man of the household, but yes, I'm gonna have me a little less egg to the side, just in case you decide I come home one day and everything gone. I'm just in an empty house. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I just think in this day and society, a lot of people, even if you it's 2025 and you're about to get married. And I know a lot of people are against it. If you say it, they feel like, well, you don't love it. It ain't have nothing to do with love. I just can't see me right now at 46. And then my wife leaves me at 66. And I'm sitting at the damn rescue shelter because I didn't have a plan B or a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's not a negative thing, Damo. It's just, if people grow apart and they amicably break up, right? No cheating, no nothing. They just grew apart, right? Why would you go into this world starting over in your 50s and 60s?
And the way that you said that, a lot of dudes view it like that. But now dudes are like, well, if divorce is more likely to happen, why get married in the first place? And that's the outlook. If it's more likely to happen, if we're more likely possibility to grow apart or to fall out of love or this and this and that. And that's a high chance of that happening because people change. The person you married today may not be the same person in year 15.
Absolutely.
Most people are observing marriage and they have a disdain off of marriage, and it's not even based on their own experience.
Absolutely.
It's based on the experience of somebody else.
Well, here's my thing about it.
So it's not even something
I think for the guys that think that way, I see it. We don't live in a perfect world, right? So regardless, I think that everybody should, even if you don't get married, should at least try a long relationship, because you can't make it in this world by yourself. I'm sorry. I tried that. I only got so far trying to do this life on my own.
Hey,
you're gonna need a partner somewhere in life to help you. So you can't go with this me mentality. And even if it falls apart somewhere down the line, Damo, at least you tried. Nothing beats a failure but a try, right?
Yeah, but when you pay financially, when there's this is what a lot of females understand. Because if the laws were more equal, they have a point. But because the risks are so high, now it ain't even about the finances. It's about who have ownership of the kids. There's a video I posted on my page where this woman got custody of some kids that she ain't got no business having custody of. Cussing the little boy out on the side of the highway, calling him BNs. Y'all know what BN stand for, right? And the boy is scared. You can tell the boy is petrified. And she cussing him out like he another dude in the street. And so when dudes look at that point, oh snap, this woman may have custody of our kids. The risk is so high that dudes don't want to take it. They don't want to take the risk. That's why a lot of dudes be in relationships with women 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 years with no ring. Because they like, if I get a ring, man, who winning in this? I'm not winning, she winning.
Well, you know what? You can look at that as if you're in a relationship with a woman for 10 years, you're renting, and when you're married, it's a mortgage. That's just how I look at it. Because there's some benefits in marriages that you're not going to get just living with each other. And then if you do break up, let's say you lived together for 10, 15 years and y'all never got married, if she walks out the house, did you waste 10 or 15 years of your life?
Well, let me put it to you like this.
Even in marriage, you can waste 10, 15 years of your life. That's what I'm saying. Like, either way, it could go. Yeah.
Right. But you could walk away without the financial burden.
Absolutely.
So, like, I'll give you an example. Like, we talk about the apartment, the renting, and the mortgage. Well, if I'm renting and then a sinkhole came and swallowed up the apartment complex, other than I'm losing, but I'm ultimately really losing? No, because I can always get another apartment or whatnot. But if it's a mortgage, if it's something I poured money into, I just got flooring done, just remodeled the bathroom, put a lot of money in escrow, and then a sinkhole came and swallowed it up. Oh, shoot. The ramifications is on a whole nother level.
Absolutely. There's good and bad in both. There's good and bad in both.
Yeah, there's good and bad in both.
Yeah, but as a human being, you know, because there's only two types of kingdoms. There's the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom, right? We're animals. So basically, that's as the male species of the human beings, we are supposed to mate like other lions and tigers and bears, right? And that's cool when we're in our 20s and 30s. It's okay to spread your seed and mate with other women. But even when the older lions and the older tigers get older, they stay in one place. They don't roam around like that because they're not as youthful as they are. So I guess what I'm just trying to say is at some point in time in your life, you're going to have to trust somebody, whether she's just your girlfriend, fiance, or your wife. You can't make it in this world 80, 90 years by yourself. It's just not going to happen.
I think dudes are, man, and ladies, I'm speaking from the male perspective. I think dudes do understand that, but they just not going to make that commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like the men that have taken massive losses once, you'd be lucky if you could get them to commit a second or third time. I'm not saying that there aren't men that won't, but the chances of is highly unlikely. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all and tell y'all. And it comes from thinking like this. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody looking more not for a helpmate, they're looking for more like a dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see if she had this sentiment toward her dad, but if you think all I'm getting out of it is the title of being your boyfriend or you being my girlfriend, and that's supposed to be something. Shit, he might have 2 or 3 of those. You know what I'm saying? He might have 2 or 3. He might be a Rolling Stone. You might be his 2.
And a lot of them probably are. It's sad. A lot of them probably are Rolling Stone. But again, at the end of the day, when we were just little kids watching the Animal Kingdom, right? Watching Planet Earth or whatever it's called, the History Channel, it shows these young lions, young alligators, young gazelles going from women to women to women to women to. That's why they call it a mating season, right? And so we learn this at a young age, but then when we get of age, we're taught, well, no, you got to keep your libido to yourself, just this one woman. So it's kind of confusing that way to me too. So the conversation I'm having is not with the younger people, the 20s and 30s, because they're going to spread their seeds regardless. I'm just saying when you get my age and you done with all that seed spreading and you look at your life and you thinking, I can't do this by myself.
You better find somebody that can take care, help you, and you
absolutely.
You're right.
But that's just the point I'm coming from. Younger people ain't paying no attention.
Was what decision?
Hold on. All right. I see I'm gonna have to cut this off. My laptop, y'all, excuse me, it got a mind of its own right now.
But Damo, but think about it though, and just off the strength of just me and you, right? Me, the way I was raised, I never see it any other way. Whether I'm in a relationship, friendship, marriage, I'm the man. So when it comes to taking a woman out, I pay. Putting gas in the car, I pay. If we live together, I take care of the bill. That's already ingrained in my mind. So this woman saying it to me would be like, I already know this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think it's like that with most men.
So
the issue is this women liberation movement, right? Well, you want the traditional man, but then you're not traditional. So you don't want to cook. You don't want to really clean. You don't want to do this, and this, and that. But then you hold him to the standard that he easily would volunteer if he was in your grandma's era.
Absolutely.
See, our grandfathers and fathers, for the most part, and more likely our grandfathers, they volunteer easily. This was expected. The reason why females have to keep on saying this over and over is because now, y'all raise men in the image of y'all. So now the men looking for women to take care of them.
I know a lot of that situation, which I ain't gonna knock it, but I know it. I ain't gonna knock it, but I know it.
So the what do they say? The what has come back to roost?
Yeah, that's I know a lot of that situation where the dudes are just they comfortable with the woman working and they sitting at home doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And I ain't knocking that.
Yeah. Won't clean up, won't do laundry,
won't do
cook,
nothing.
and just be playing a game.
To each his own. But you know what my issue was is that not only was I a man, I was raised by a single mom who taught me how to do some things that women did. So I could wash my own clothes, I could cook, I could clean, I could do a lot of the things that women are taught to do for me. And so that's why in my 20s and 30s, I thought I didn't need nobody. Even to this day, you can do a lot of the things that a woman can do for me. But then as I got older, I realized that's not my purpose in life. As the man, I need to focus on this and let the woman focus on that, even though I could do it. And it took me a long time to get to that situation.
Right. And which is the case with a lot of our households where there's not two-parent household. You know what I'm saying? So, so we talk about this vacuum, right? So here it is, where this dude is talking about how these vacuums, and this is why I'm careful about the technology I bring. I swear to God. I wonder sometimes it's the television recorder.
Is being charged with leaking intimate pictures of individuals in their own home. There are leaked pictures of a woman sitting on a toilet, and these pictures have been taken by Roomba vacuums. Robot maker iRobot confirmed that sensitive images leaked online were taken by its devices. It shows the capabilities and it shows the ability to leak this type of information. So if these units can take pictures of you sitting on the toilet, and they can take video. But clearly what this means is that anybody who owns a Roomba, your pictures are being stored somewhere on the cloud. And they have the ability to be leaked everywhere. Your children, you, it could be when you're in the toilet, it could be when you're taking a shower, it could be you in the bathroom, it could be anything that you consider sensitive and private information. iRobot, which is the maker of Roomba, is clearly violating privacy, and their infrastructure is clearly vulnerable to being leaked. Roomba.
What?
So
I knew that. Anything that has a camera on it, you better be careful. This computer I'm on, my laptop, my phone. People used to have, I don't know if they still do, Damo, cameras on their big screen TV. I don't have no camera on my big screen TV. On their big screen TV. And if you have a camera, somebody can hack into your camera and video record you, even if the phone is off, even if the TV's off. So two things. One, what perverted person has hacked a girl sitting on the toilet? And two, why is the Roomba in the bathroom? Because I thought it was for carpets and hard floor. Why is it cleaning up in the bathroom? I've never seen nobody use a Roomba in the bathroom. I haven't.
The bizarre part is the images it took, especially of this female sitting on the toilet. get uploaded
Yeah,
to the
I believe
internet.
somebody hacked into it and did that. I really do. But first of all, why are there cameras on the Roomba? And usually when people clean their bathrooms, they usually do that by hand. That's one of the few areas that you take a broom and a mop and you get on your knees and you clean the toilet. Roombas are for like bedrooms and living rooms and dining rooms and steps and stuff like that. Why was there a Roomba in the bathroom, period?
I got the same questions. I don't understand why a vacuum has to have a damn camera. What is the point of a
I think nobody
vacuum
knew. That's
having
why
a
they
camera?
sued them. I think nobody knew. They never said that these, well, iRobot, I guess you did have a camera on it, but they never assumed that the Roombas had cameras. That's probably why they probably being sued. But still,
Yep. And rightfully so.
even with the
Rightfully
cameras on
so.
there and it's still connected to your Wi-Fi, for any time I take a picture or video of anything, I have to manually send it somewhere. So somebody seen these pictures on this Roomba and sent it somewhere. Because even if the Roomba took the pictures, it's in its hard drive. It don't go out to the cloud or
Right.
to Facebook. You have to do that. So for these pictures to get out, somebody needs to be thrown in jail.
Sure is.
Right.
Sure is, man. I mean, man.
Converted.
And I wonder if you got that, where could you go to find out if you actually have photos and intimate situations online? Is there a place you can go?
Hey, anybody out there with Roombas, throw that shit out the window right now. Just take that shit and just throw it out. I don't care how long you had it. Open your window, throw that damn vacuum cleaner out into the yard. Because if they just found this out, them cameras been in there forever.
Ain't that something? This mom's something else too. I think this is kind of interesting. So we're gonna talk about this mama who basically wanted to use her kids' birthday money to pay a bill. Now a lot of people say that's wrong. I don't know. I kind of got mixed feelings about it, but without further ado,
The light.
all right, hold on. I want to take this all the way back to the beginning so y'all get the full context of it.
All the stuff I do for you as a mother. Literally, I take care of you, I feed you, I cook, I do all that stuff. And all I did, I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill. You don't want to give me the birthday money. So I am taking the PS5 back so I can get the money so the bill can be paid.
Well, how you gonna ask for my birthday money that I got on my birthday to pay the light bill? And why you trying to take my PS5 away?
Well, you can't put a PS5 anyway. There ain't gonna be no damn lights in our house.
You said I've been going out so much you would have had the money. What happened to the income tax?
First of all, I'm an adult. Stay out my business. When I come to you as a mother and I'm telling you there's an issue where I need help, you help.
Going out so much. I'm tired of you going out. You need to spend time on us, and you need to spend money on your bills.
Leilani, I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in the child's place. I'm
Why
talking
you
to
can't stay in the child's place, but you asking my brother to pay your bills. And you can like say, you need to start spending money on us and stop going spending money on yourself and your little boyfriend.
First of all, you know this is 2025 because in 1985, half of that shit wouldn't even came out of my mouth. Do you know that? Once you got past that, she would have put that car over and slapped everybody in their mouth back in the bag. It wouldn't have even got that far. For them kids even that different.
Boy, she would have slapped you on Saturday. You would have woke up on Thursday.
Don't get me wrong, the kids are right. The kids was right, but you just can't talk to no adult like that at that age. Maybe when you turn 21, you might get away with it because you're too big to be getting your ass whipped. But that would have never happened. That would have never happened. But that's not.
I know it would. I know it wouldn't have with me. I'd have woke up in ICU sipping orange juice through a straw.
And still my PlayStation on, right?
With my foot in one of them slings.
But that's not the narrative talking back to the parent. The narrative is she should not have had kids to begin with. Whoever the daddies is she picked, has gotten to the point where you have to ask your child. He's like, how old were them kids? 10, 8?
Man, like 10,
What do they know
11,
about paying
12.
bills and electric? Ask your mama, ask your brother, ask a family member for $40, $50. You asking kids about bills? And then you're gonna take this boy PlayStation 5 and pawn it so you can play. I don't even know what to say. Because I've helped my mom folk, but it's at an older age. I'm 16, 17. So she's like, well, hey, can you do this or do that or go to the store? Yeah, I got a job. I can do that. But now they no damn 10 years old. What are you doing?
Well, here's my thing. Here's where I take beef with this, right? If their situation is that bad, why not just let the kids go live with their dad?
What if the daddy don't want them? That's why she in that situation.
Well, she probably got other family members, I'm quite sure. Either his family members or her own that will happily take on that role. They will happily take care of them kids. So if you can't, pawn them off to somebody that's willing to.
Let's just say she tried and nobody is able to do that. Then what is your next?
See, then that's a different scenario. See, and that's the part that I wish, because it's hard to answer that without us knowing.
That's very subjective.
But the have that we really want to know, which is
that's subjective. But what we do know for a fact is that she didn't. She didn't ask for help. She's asking this little boy for help. So we know that as a fact. But we don't know if she would have asked, would somebody have help? That is subjective. But we do know for a fact that she never asked, hey, can you take care of my kids for a little bit? Can you help me with this? You're asking a child. I don't even care if it was $5. They don't comprehend bills and working. Yeah, they're smart, but they don't comprehend what you're trying to say. Well, we don't have no electricity. You can play your PlayStation 5. Do you think he gives a damn about electricity when he's playing his PlayStation 5? Not one time has he thought how this damn PlayStation works. He puts the disc in, he hits power, and he plays.
Right. I'm bamboozled. But
and it goes on, to this day, and that's crazy that these parents have to dig into the kids' savings, retirement, school funds, and all this stuff to take care of to me, the stuff that you need to take care of. And that's what I'm always telling folks. You have to save sometime because you never know when you're gonna fall on hard times. And that way, when I fall on hard times, I'm like, okay, I got this. But for her, and then for her to even record that, why would you record that and put that on these?
That was the other part that I don't get. So it could be a skit. I don't know, because a lot of these folks be trolling and doing shit like that. But I just don't understand the recording of it. Because you embarrassing yourself. You're not really embarrassing them.
Right.
You're embarrassing you.
Because you're the adult.
Just like this parent right here. This parent right here, it's an embarrassment, and they gonna come get her kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why she needs this validation, but I wouldn't be if children's services came through and took her kids. I completely understood. I will understand. And y'all want to know what I'm talking about? Here it is. I want y'all to check this crap out, because I just like hell no.
Can you bless me with something?
Oh, no, that's not it.
Money-wise.
So here is my transgender baby. Her name is Bella. Bella was born a boy, but now uses she, her pronoun. And I'm in the middle of trying to get a doctor's appointment in order to secure some medication to stop male hormone taking over. Bella is 14 months old and is thriving in her new body. Now she is able to be who she was born to be, trapped in the wrong body at such a young age has had a massive impact on young Bella's mental health. But with the right medication, we are going to get through it as a family. just secured a grant as well to help Bella in her transition. So all costs have been covered, and it's such a relief. She gets to be who she wants to be. This is all she's wanted for years now, and we couldn't be any more happier. So,
did she say 14 months?
Yep.
Hold up. You're trying to change the sex of the child at 14 months.
So should that be considered a form of
Yes.
child abuse?
Yeah,
I think so.
You know, it's a difference if your child is 15, 16, they say, Mama, I'm a girl in a boy's body. But they don't even know that yet. This child's only 14 months. They don't even know that yet. So how do you determine how they feel on the inside? How can you look at a 14, like, you was born with a penis, but I can just tell that you wanted to be a girl at 14 months. Like, folks is crazy in this world.
I'm telling you, they need to start considering the father having custody.
I think both of them need a psych evaluation, the man and the woman. Take a DNA test, find out who the mom is, who the daddy is, and then both of y'all need to go to some type of parenting class, some type of psych class, because the shit that we be talking about on this show, you can't write this stuff. Hollywood would even put this stuff out on movies. Like, what are you talking? 14 months and you talking about most women hate having their sons circumcised, and that's like right when you come out. This woman here is crazy.
And then she want our tax dollars to pay for this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is where, you know,
if I was the doctor and she asked me that, my next phone call would be the child services.
Yeah. But a lot of these doctors, long as you give them this, they'll turn a blind eye. Money will make
everybody has a price. Absolutely.
Sure
Yeah, that's just sick to the stomach, man. I swear. Some folks are just crazy. You can't believe half of this stuff. If we weren't playing the video, some of this stuff I just could not believe.
I'm the same way, Sky. Like this next video. This woman delusional to me. Like this next one. I want y'all to really hear. I couldn't wait till the show to start to play this one. I was like, I hope Sky came across this. But without further ado, y'all, here we go. Back into the Twilight Zone.
How?
Hold on.
Oh, was that? So y'all, please let me understand this. My lights got turned off, so I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off? And you have kids that thing here. You don't care about your kids. I understand that I have a husband. Granted, don't beat me up over it. But we fell on hard times. So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids be in the dark than to help the baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then?
You probably would have.
Crazy. Sir, help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. As my baby daddy, you should be helping me.
So, here's what I mean by if you're in a situation you can't care for the kids. I get it. But I would love to know, because this is subjective. Even this is subjective. I would wish she would have mentioned if she even gave the father the chance to temporarily have custody of the kids. Like me, if I was a woman and I couldn't take care of the kids, man, father was around, hey.
Damn, I can't hear you. You playing some type of music.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
go
Let
ahead.
me
Say what
cut
you're
this
saying.
off. So if she can't take care of the
Right.
kids, and it happens, this is life, okay? I wish she would have went in the context on if she asked the father to take care of the kids then. Because see, for the women that can't take care of the kids, like LeBron James' mom, she knew she wasn't stable. So what she did is she left him with the family that was. That is man, that's commendable.
Right.
I really
Absolutely.
respect that. I don't think a lot of moms will let their kids to go to a better position or a better situation.
Because and it could be selfish or just the stigma of you losing your children. Uh, might be something you don't want. I mean, because even crackheads that have children don't want to lose their kids. It's like, but you on drugs, yeah, but losing my children is worse than me being on drugs. So that's why a lot of mamas that, in my opinion, don't do that. Don't try to reach out to the daddies and say, hey, can you watch them? Because the last thing you want is for somebody to say, see, you ain't even got your kids, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like something stings to
You
women
know,
when you say that to them.
but you know, if you
Mm-hmm.
are a great mom, the one thing you should want is for your kids to be in the best position possible for them to thrive. Who wouldn't want that? I think, man, this is where that whole validation, this is why I think people look for validation for others that don't put no money in their pocket. Why do you want the validation of somebody that don't even put money in your pocket? They don't look up
Right.
after you anyway. If they will sit there and watch your kids starve
Right.
before they
Well,
help.
in her situation, if she had the baby daddy for electric, I don't think that would have been a good situation to send the kids over there no way. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the baby daddy's doing, he ain't in no damn probably good position himself. But if that's the narrative, so the narrative of what we're talking about, if you're a baby daddy and your kids are over there, is it your responsibility? No, it's not my responsibility, but yes, I have done it. My kid's mom got married, but if something needed to be done, something happened, I never say, well, where's your husband? You know what I'm saying? My kids are there. So you right, I
Well,
don't mind helping. I don't mind sending food. Or if you need them to come stay with me for a couple of weeks, well, y'all do whatever because I made these kids and no matter what's going on between me, you and the husband, I put myself in that situation by bringing these kids into this earth. So no, it might not be his responsibility when the woman is married or not married, but as long as you know that those are your biological kids, I just don't look at the BS that's surrounding it. Because again, the kids didn't ask to be here, right? And so me and you arguing, is that going to feed the kids? Is that going to get them through school? Is that going to buy the car? We can argue all day. Let's take care of the kids first. Then we can argue about why your lights is off and why your husband is not quote unquote doing his job, right?
right. And I just look at it, ladies, I want y'all to look at it from this perspective, right? And fellas too. This is why families struggle and they break down the way that they do. I wonder if she even went to the husband or if the husband even knew that she went to the baby daddy like that. Because if anything, that's disrespectful to him. You know what I'm saying? As a man in a household, could you imagine if something happened where, say for example, you had a bill come out and the money you
Mm-hmm.
thought you had in the bank,
Right.
it wasn't in there, and then another bill came out
Absolutely.
and it bounced. Your old lady see that it bounced, and instead of coming to you, she gonna ask her baby daddy, the father
Without
of
me
her children.
consenting, without asking me, yeah, that would I would kind of feel some type of way. But again, that's an argument I would have
That's
after the lights were
subjective,
taken care of. First, let's take care of the lights. Then me and you can argue about why you didn't come to me first. So that's how I would do it.
right? It's subjective. It's subjective, but I think that stuff that all
Right.
need to be considered. Because if that's gonna be the case, if you're gonna be, I'm like this. Okay, then obviously I'm not enough. So let me go about my merry little way.
Yeah, because we
obviously
like
I
she
ain't
said, we
doing
all
enough.
fall on hard times. So got on hard times,
Yeah.
and they was like, "Well, is it okay if I call Dame Ho to borrow $100 on Friday? If he can help us, tell him I'll pay him back next Friday." You know, it's just stuff like that. But if she asked you without telling me, you like, "Well, Sky paid it. You ain't got to worry about it." Like, I'm gonna pay you back. But then once the lights are on, then I'll be like, "Well, hey, next time just let me know. Maybe I can ask my mom or my brother or somebody to do it." But then I don't want to make it sound like a self-ego thing neither. I just want to have a communication,
Right.
not an ego thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It makes sense.
Because at the end of the day,
I think that, but because if you got the communication part, the rest of it gonna fall in place. I think that that lack of communication is a big deal. And actually, if my advice is she should let the men handle it, men to men.
Absolutely.
I don't think she should be the one that go to the baby daddy. Let the husband do it.
Absolutely. You use absolutely. Because at the end of the day, whether it's you argue, the electric bill is not going to get paid by arguments. The whole point is let's get the lights on, at least for the kids. Maybe the grown-ups can pay in the dog. Then once the lights are on, let's sit down and chop it up. But that's what I would just hate about the guys that I would hang around who would be like, no, you talking to this person. Like, your kids are suffering because your baby mama is on a date, or take care of your kids first, right? And then have the argument. Don't let your kids suffer because of that.
Me as the baby daddy, I'd be like, well, if you need my help anyway, so why don't you just let me go ahead and take custody of them until y'all get on your feet.
Absolutely, but the niggas I know would have never said that. So, but but that would be a good offer. It would be. But then she would be like, well, this is just this one time. Why should I get my kids up for just this one time? Okay, but what if it's 4, 5, 6, 7 times down the road? Would you give them to me then?
Right.
So, but
because it all comes down to the best interest of the kids. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's a lot of women, man, that need help and they're prideful and they won't go to the father of the kids to go ahead and take care of, to say, hey, I'm struggling right now. It's kind of like Boys in the Hood. That's what the mama did. The mama was in a situation where she was transitioning. You know what I'm saying? So she sent Trey to live with the dad.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why a lot of women won't do that, because they're afraid that what happened with Trey is going to happen with them. Because what happened when she went back to go get Trey? What happened?
Absolutely.
Trey didn't want to go back. And so they're afraid of that. So rather than risk that, they'll struggle with the kids rather than allowing the father to come through and to take care of the kids.
So this whole show, I know we probably ain't done, but this whole show has tied into the one thing: the mama, the kids, the baby daddy, the husband, or the stepfather. She has options of taking that child to different people when she does not able to do it herself. But like you said, pridefully, she'd rather just struggle and be the victim than to give the child up. Because again,
because then the question is, how important are the children? If I'll give you an example, Sky, they say statistically, kids do better when raised by fathers than mothers. So, as a single mom, if you saw that and you knew that you had a baby with a stand-up dude, why not give him the opportunity to raise? Especially a boy, his son.
Because women can be catty, right? So this stand-up dude, for somehow, it didn't work out with y'all, right? He didn't marry you, he moved on. But then he's married to this other lady, has a nice house and do all this shit. My child ain't going over there. That woman ain't gonna raise my son. Da-da-da-da-da. That's that pridefulness right there. So it's stuff like that on why she wouldn't ask the dad who's in a better situation to raise the child.
And that's very unfortunate.
Well, a lot of these kids, it's unfortunate. But hey, they keep having them. And a lot of these kids keep coming through the same situation. Absolutely.
Yep. Damn,
'Cause,
y'all.
I mean,
Believe it or not, I think we ran through. Hold on, let me scroll through here. I think we
but
burned through a lot of this, and this was actually
yeah,
really good
what I liked
conversation
about this
today.
show, they all connected with each other. From everything you just said,
Yeah,
all kind of like the Marvel universe. They all kind of connected intertwined
yeah,
with each other. But at the end of the day, when you on this earth, it's just, I guess, how you see things. So if you perception is
perception
everything.
is
So if you
everything.
are a pessimistic, then everything is gonna look doom and gloom. If you're optimistic, everything is sunshine and roses.
I'm going to look on the
Absolutely,
bright
but
side
there's no
up. Yep.
perfect world. And for me, whatever's in your heart, if it's in your heart to help out, take care, or to take the child from the mom and take care of them, or whatever is best for the child, I'm with you 100%. It's just for some reason a lot of women just
Yep.
don't. They just don't like that, man. That's a stinger. That you might as well just hang them from a tree. You tell a woman, and I've seen it.
The
And I've
kid
seen
got
it.
to
This
come
woman was
first.
on drugs.
The kid got to come first under
Yeah,
all circumstances, man. Just like if you're a single mom and you got multiple kids and you live in the
absolutely.
worst of neighborhoods, but then the person you had kids with kind of came up on life and they actually live in a decent neighborhood, why would you want to keep your kids when there's a high chance that they can end up being involved later on in drugs or gang violence or violence, period, as compared to if they live
Absolutely.
with their dad?
Yeah. And I saw this woman, she was on drugs and everything, but she was not gonna give her kids up willingly, let's put it that way. Because it's just a stigma
Right.
on, hey, when you a mom and you bring a child into this world for the 18 years, if you have to give that child up to anybody, you the worst of the worst. You are the worst of the worst. And I'm like you, Damo. It's about the benefit of the child. But a lot of these women, man,
And that can't, you're right. Sky, you're right. And that can't be
yeah,
no further than the truth. You know, like, I don't even look at it like that. Again, Gloria James, LeBron
absolutely,
James' mom, did the same thing. And at how look how that has benefited him, her, and her
absolutely.
grandkids.
Can
And
I throw in
everybody.
another example? Look at Shaq's daddy, not his biological
Yeah,
daddy, but that sergeant daddy. Do
yeah,
you
his
think
stepdad.
Shaq's mama called that sergeant a simp? Do
I
you?
don't know. I gotta ask them.
Dude,
Because I think some
this,
women, I don't know. Some
uh-huh.
women are use a dude, and they know they'll use a dude, and they know they're using the dude, but you know, to everybody else,
Yeah.
oh, he a good man and whatnot. But to her, she like, man, I'm gonna get this sucker. I'm gonna
This
crack
man
this
had
sucker.
came in and gave Shaq the structure he needed to be the Shaq that we know today. Because the biological father wasn't around like that, right? So, and I didn't know that because I
Right.
watched the behind the scenes of Shaq on might have been Netflix or something. A couple of his siblings is through the stepfather and the mom. I thought they were all by the same daddy. That's not true. Shaq has a different daddy,
Oh no.
yeah. And so I can't think of his name, Sergeant, whatever his name was, came through, gave him the structure, and look how the mama, the siblings, the grandkids, the nieces and nephews are living. And I don't think anybody in their family thinking, even he died not too long ago, that man was a simp to come in and take care of a child or kids that was not his.
It's unfortunate, Sky, because what we get a lot of when we
Mm-hmm.
hear these stories of dudes stepping up to the plate to fill a role that a
Mm-hmm.
man left vacant, and then that female turning around. And if that dude can pay bills and if he a stand-up guy, she'll use him and still be screwing the dude
Oh
she
yeah, I
had
see that
kids
all the
with.
time. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Or I think the one, I don't know, we played the video of where the dude was with the girl, he was
Mm-hmm.
help raising the kid, and then she moved him out to move in her baby daddy who was
Yep.
incarcerated.
Yep. Absolutely.
You remember that?
Yep.
So that is like
It is a
it's a
gamble. Life's a
gamble.
gamble.
Which
Yeah,
everything in
it's a
life is a
gamble.
gamble. But when them
Right.
stories like that come out, it doesn't help situations or women
Right.
that's in situations where
So
they're
there's
single moms. Or a dude that want to swoop in
well,
and
right, because
take
where
that
I'm
role.
from, in that narrative, there are more bad situations than good. the Shaq situation is an anomaly
Right.
from where I come from. You're absolutely correct. But kudos to the guys who went in, gave these kids a home. The mama respected them, and the kids respected them and said, "Hey, this is my dad." That other guy, he was just a sperm donor. Because I got a friend like that to this day that talks about his dad.
Right.
That's not my dad. He's a sperm donor. My real dad was the step guy that came in and raised me. So yeah, so it could go. It could go either way. But most of the time, if you from where I'm from, it went that negative way.
It went that negative way.
Yeah.
For the most part, it did. I know somebody personally that raised some step kids, and he did a phenomenal job. And there's no reward for being that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, them kids grow up, you don't know what kind of relationship or what you were to them kids until they don't need you no more. Then you get to see what value you really had to them. Because if they grow up and go on and then just don't contact you, only time they contact you is because you still with their mama. That ain't it, Sway.
Hell, I know biological kids that don't talk to their parents. So yeah, it's just kids are just kids, you know. It's crazy. They come with no warranty and no instructions. So good luck for 18 years.
You ain't never lied, man.
And the lady, she needs to know better. Somebody need to contact that lady and tell her, don't you ever film yourself talking to your children like that ever again. You are just, because you brought yourself down to their level. No respectable adult is going to do that. Now you sound like the child. Because she did. She sounded like the child, and the kids, that little girl was like, you should spend more time with us and doing this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Like, woo, that little girl gonna be, look, that little girl gonna be 35 tomorrow, ain't she?
Remember I was telling y'all? Man, remember I was telling you on how some of these mamas talk to their kids? I know we getting ready to go, so this is the last video. I want y'all to hear this. And then, man, Sky, man, I want you to go ahead and talk about later on tonight what you got going on. But I want y'all to leave with this. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody isn't meant and built to be a parent. And there's way more bad ones than good ones. And you can tell because it seems like society is deteriorating. It sure does. So I want y'all to hear this, man. I found this last week, Sky. I don't even know if you came across this, bro.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Close the door. Get the fuck in the car. Wait, get in the car. Nah, bitch, get in that car.
Now this is mom talking to her son.
She got the smoker's voice.
Get the fuck in the car. I'm not playing. Get the fuck in the car. Get the fuck in the car. Quit playing with me, bro. Quit fucking playing with me. I'll block you with this motherfucking brush, nigga. Get your bitch ass down. Listen, Ernst. Tell Canard to be too. Okay. It's shut your bitch ass up. Where my gas tank on club is? What is that in that bottle? Is that gas? Oh. This bitch done saved today. Fuck you, DPD. You always beat me. You always beat DPD. Now this bitch can go with you. I'm about to beat this bitch ass. Tell that bitch to get out of Ashley car. This bitch done ran back up her Ashley. It was over there. It was over there. Bitch, the dog came in. That bitch ran back up the hill. Look at this bitch. Get the fucking car. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut up. What you want to do? What? What you want to do? Get your bitch ass in the motherfucker. Bye, bitch. Bye. Bye.
Come on, Pearl. That's your mama.
Come on, bitch. Come on. Bitch, I'm gonna beat your bitch ass up. I'm gonna beat you up, bitch.
Now this boy 11 or 12 years old.
I'm gonna beat you up, bitch. No, bitch, don't be trying to close that door. They called me a bitch. Call me another bitch. Bitch, call me another bitch. Call me another bitch. Bitch, call me another one. Call me another.
Pearl, come on. Stop.
Who? Well, come on. It's still your mama.
Get out my shoe.
Go back so she can get up so you can. Come on, girl. It's still your mama. Come on. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Come on. That's still your mama. Come on, bitch. What? Hold on, bitch. Sit down. Come on, bitch. You're a pussy, bitch. You're a pussy. Bitch asshole. Hit me now, bitch. Hit me now, bitch. Come on, bitch. Come on. You ready? You ready? Are you ready? Come on. Bitch. Put down my top pussy asshole. What's up, right here. Go around and then go on 13 right there. This way? Yeah. And go down and go to 13. Bitch asshole. Told y'all about playing with me, bitch. A rainy day for a dad, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about? Look at Ashley sitting up there leading with it. Bitch ass.
First of all, who recorded that?
She was.
So she was holding the phone and trying to beat him up at the same time?
Yeah.
Well, then, if anybody calls anything on her, I don't feel sorry for her. And what did the boy do? What, did he really call her a bitch? Did he call her a bitch?
You don't see it in the video, but this dude, the video is on my page. This dude looked absolutely terrified of the mom. I don't see any aggression in him. He looked like he been getting beat up.
That's crazy. That is the period of the end of this sentence that me and you've been talking about since the beginning of the show. That's a woman who needs to give her kids to somebody. That's a woman who child services need to come in there and get those kids. That is a woman.
They never should have been with her in the first place. How did this woman not have a psyche valve on her before gaining custody of the kids?
Who slept with this woman?
They need to go back to doing psyche valve.
I agree.
Yeah. I couldn't even stick in a woman that got that kind of energy. I couldn't even be around her for anything to even come close to happen. This woman can't even stand in my universe.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even deal with somebody like this with this kind of energy. But dudes, they'll screw an anthill, they'll screw a hole in the tree where the squirrels sleep at. I'm just saying, dudes don't have no man.
Absolutely.
It don't become real to them till they got blue balls and they damn balls blow up.
Absolutely. That I don't know who. I don't even know what to say on that day.
And she ain't just got one kid; she got multiple kids.
Her psyche too, because I ain't gonna never say I ain't never heard black women talk to their kids in a certain way. I ain't gonna tell that lie. But to record it, that's where the psyche part comes from. What did you think that was cute?
They do it for validation. People do that stuff for validation, man. They get online and look for validation, look to be seen and heard, and they troll and they do dumb shit like she don't even know. Now her kids, I heard through the grapevine that he's staying with somebody else and they actually took him from her. But can you blame him? I mean, could you blame him? I don't blame him. I don't blame him, no. But I just wanted to play that because it kind of transform into this whole conversation that we had today.
Absolutely.
If you know you are incapable of taking care of kids, give them to the father. Maybe give them to the father's parents. Give them ask your parents if they want. Give them the child services and just let them know. Look, man, I'm in no position to care for you.
Absolutely. I agree.
So that's all, where I was getting at and what I was saying when I was talking about that.
Because that was ridiculous. That was, and then it makes, there you go. Then you put the stigma on black women. Then this is what they think black women do: just yell and scream at their kids.
Because it's on the internet. It's on the internet. And unless you find an Asian woman doing that to her kid, or a Hispanic woman doing that to her kid, or a white woman doing that to her kid, hell, or even an alien doing that to their kid. It's a video of a black woman, and they got her face and everything, got the child's face, so it's not going to be hard to put 1 + 1, and you got 2, put it all together to know who she is and eventually where she stay and all that.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think, man, I know we're getting ready to go, but I just wanted to make this point, all right? I was having this deep conversation with this woman last week, all right? Because I ran into her in the lobby. She's a little older than me. And she was like, man, you're dressed really nice, right? And you know what I told her? I was like, man, when I'm out here, I don't just represent me. I represent everybody else that look like me. I don't think we get that. We want respect. We want people to respect us. Right? But then we don't even we got to start holding each other accountable.
Absolutely.
We go out in our pajamas. Are we out here with our pants hanging off our ass? Are we out here misbehaving because somebody messed up an order in the fast food restaurants? Now we want to cause a brawl. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We represent each other. And we don't like to be looked at the way that we're looked at. Then individually, we need to work on changing individually. And and it's hard because remember I started the show off talking about, man, I don't really like dealing with people that look like me because
I'll tie it into one.
That's just what
Absolutely.
And I let people in our community even get me out of character. By them being miserable. Right. By them trolling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By them talking shit. Man, I had somebody online talking shit about me, and I'm like, man, you don't even know me. You looking at my picture trying to talk crazy about me, and you don't even know who I am, what I represent, or nothing. And then you do the same thing that, man, these so-called racists do, or these other people you complain about do. You know what I'm saying? And you represent them. You represent them more than you represent somebody that look like you. You looking like a fool. It don't even get it. It don't even register because you like, your attitude is, I'm going to do what I want to do.
That's the world.
Yes.
Selfishness. Absolutely.
But you represent other people. And them other people, when they getting choked out by the police or anything else going on, you contributed to that. How and why? Because you made us look bad when you went out representing us. And they'd all get added up and calculated to, they all ain't shit.
And there you go.
Even though that may not be the case.
There you go. I'm sitting here kind of watching this video. She looked hood. Sitting there with that short hair. What color was it? Green?
Hard as a man, she hard as a
and her color was green. She looked just as ghetto and project, and this is what these white people think of black women. They don't think of Michelle Obama. They think of this right here. And like you said,
and Michelle Obama, man, they think of Michelle Obama too. She grouped into that. Michelle Obama don't have no good stigma.
She look at it. This woman got her. This woman got her titties out and all type of stuff trying to fight her son.
we don't have, you know what's so bad? A lot of men aren't around. They have dropped the ball. They're not around in the way, and I say a lot of us aren't around the way that we need to be. But what they're saying is, it's not like we also have a lot of good women to represent us either. And that's the unfortunate part. And you know, if Michelle Obama is the standard, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
We are in trouble. Because anytime that, like, we was talking about this, and I was having a conversation about this. The inauguration, Jimmy Carter's funeral, man, my old lady will show up. I don't care if she don't like the company in the room. She gonna show up for me. It ain't even about who in the room. Because they're not, her dislike for them is not more important than her support for me.
Gotcha. But it's like the policemen when they do profiling, right? If they pulled over 9 black people and they all been aggressive, shooting at them, beating them up, and I'm the 10th black person, I don't expect them to give me a "how you doing today." You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Now they're supposed to. They're supposed to, because you're supposed to treat each case different than the last. But we're humans. The first 9 people you pulled over today,
we do it too.
Right, the first 9.
We do it too. I'll give you an example. The Asian community, we spend a lot of money with them, but there's also the perception of, well, outside of economically, they don't really mess with black folks.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that for a while. So I don't expect that if when he gets to me and I'm black person number 10, he's probably ready to draw his gun because the last 9 black people has tried to take his life. But this is just the perception of what they have of us.
Man.
They think all black people are just aggressive, and we're just animals that walk on 2 legs, pretty much. We're no different than monkeys.
You think about
so that video right there should have never hit the day of light. That is the craziest damn thing I've ever seen in my life.
You think about it, man. If I dress up, hey, what's up, pimpin'? Any other culture dress up, do you think they get that same stigma? Now, it may be some people, like if they carry themselves, if they, like, you know, I got the, you know, the Godfather hat, whatnot. I like my, you know, fedora hats and whatnot. I got a unique style. Kind of different, not different, but kind of a little bit different, right? If you seen a white person dressing like that, the perception of them will be different. You see me dressed like that, the perception is what? It's going to be different.
So the white person do it, or any other, they're the godfathers.
It's going to be different.
They're the godfathers. You do it, or a black person do it, but you're a pimp. And that's what they saw on TV all the time. Because there was a time where neighborhoods were segregated, right? It was only whites, only blacks in these neighborhoods. So when white people turned on their TV, all they saw were black people singing, dancing, cleaning, being maids, being pimps, being drug dealers. So when we started to migrate, segregate with each other, this is all they saw that was on TV. So they just assuming, hey, he a pimp because he dressed like that dude that was on TV that was a pimp. So yeah.
We can't even dress professionally.
Absolutely.
And if we're not in a business setting, the perception of us is totally different. And we do it to ourselves.
Absolutely.
We box ourselves in them kind of boxes. We corner ourselves into them kind of boxes. And that's kind of real unfortunate, but it is the way that it is, you know?
You're right about that. And until a certain sector of our culture kind of clean themselves up a little bit, we always gonna have it. We always just gonna have it, and that's just it. And the crazy part is that when you look at this statistically, who is the most influenced people in America? Blacks. When it comes to music, style, culture, the way we talk, every little thing, we are the most influenced people in the world. But yet, when it comes to social status, we are the least on the totem pole.
And it's so easy to manipulate us because we're ignorant. For the most part, we don't like to read, and we get our information from 1 or 2 sources and don't like to research the information that we get and so on. You see what I'm saying? Like it, man. What I really want to go into, I'm gonna hold for next week. Cause next week, let me tell y'all what we gonna talk about. Cause I know if I keep on now, me and Sky will go a whole nother hour, and I gotta pick up the young. We're gonna talk about this bill on no tax, no tips, no taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security, and how no Democrat voted in favor of this bill. And the perception is that Democrats are for poor people or for the working class. But you ask that question then, well, if you're for the working class, how could you vote against no taxes on OT, tips, and Social Security? Because that will really help. Man, like if you didn't think about this, if you're in the food industry and you're getting tips and you ain't got to pay taxes on it, man, that help you a little bit more. That help you fight inflation a little bit more, don't it?
Yeah, it does. But a lot of people weren't claiming them cash tips no way. Now, the tips you get when it's on the credit card, you don't have a choice. But cash tips, haven't one claiming that stuff no way. But yeah, I understand where they're coming from. I do.
Or even bigger than that, overtime. Ooh. You know how many people working over?
Because you're working time and a half.
You know how much it would help.
Yeah, because they're taxing time and a half. Absolutely.
So it's like, how could you argue against, you know what I'm saying, inflation, but then you're not voting in favor of no tax on overtime, no tax on tips, or so? Why do we got to even pay taxes on Social Security? Man, don't even let me. We're going to say that for next week. We're going to have that discussion. Because I'm telling you.
Gotcha. We'll be ready for that. So, and see what's going on. Absolutely.
Yeah, but hey, Sky, why don't you plug into them and let them know what you got going on,
so
man?
Tonight, again, I'm trying to get this music and stuff together. So tonight, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., the D Bling Radio Show. Okay, we're gonna have new music from Launchpad, Show Daddy, J Rev, and a few more artists. You know that has sent me some music hell, I didn't even know I had in my catalog that I hadn't played. That even when I was a DJ at 88.3, I never played. I got over about 2,000 songs, and a lot of them I never even played. So it's gonna be new to y'all because it's new to me. So replay 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's at offtopradio.com, offtopradio.com. And artists, send me your music, sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. And then don't forget this Saturday, Huntington, Tennessee, Inhumane Championship Wrestling. Your boy Sky Black will be down at wrestling a mystery opponent. Whoever's gonna come out, that's who I'll be in the ring with. So I hope to see y'all there at West Tennessee. Thank y'all again. We making Tuesdays the best day of the week.
And I just want to leave y'all with this. Man, the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So do not worry about the things that you can't control. Only focus on the things that you can. And remember, if you woke up on this half of the dirt, you are winning. All right? You have won the day if you woke up on this half of the dirt and you went to sleep on this half of the dirt.
Congratulations.
You won the day.
Absolutely.
And so I just want to leave y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in today. And if y'all can, share the live, man. Share the live with your loved ones, family, friends. We would love for them to come in and chime in with us, conversate with us. We appreciate y'all. Peace. We are out. Until next week. Why did it come back?